a lot to be excited about. But I don't want to steal the thunder. I want to welcome up our third and final finalist. David, welcome to the stage. Team What I Do. Just gotta get your quick photo to show everybody who you were pitching in front of. David, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you formed your team of one?
Sure. Hi, I'm David. I've been working in the Salesforce ecosystem for about 11 years now. Currently the technical architect, developer lead up at CGI up in Canada. I have two rules whenever I build anything on the side like this, like outside of my 9 to 5. Rule number one is I have to learn something new, or else I don't really see the point of taking my own time. I have to learn something. I definitely did that on this project. And the second thing is I have to have a good time doing it. If it's not fun, again, because it's outside of work, if it's not fun, then I'm not going to do it. You notice that one of my criteria is not, it has to be useful. But for this hackathon, I made an exception, and I think it is, and I hope after the demo you find it useful too. Find me after the conference, and I'll be giving lessons on how to be extremely nervous and not hide it.
You're doing great. You're doing good. We'll give you one more round of applause. It's hard getting up here, pitching a demo, also pitching your demo to it. It's a lot to manage. So huge credit to everyone presenting today. Y'all don't know this takes a lot of skill. So we're so excited. Are you feeling?
So Salesforce is jumping into IT service management. 4 sessions, including a keynote at Dreamforce this year. So what do you say we lend a hand? Introducing What I Do. What I Do is a 100% native Salesforce app and AI agent surfaced through Slack that tells an admin what you did. So here's our scenario. Timmy is having a bad day. The form he's filling out keeps throwing an error. And it's one of those cryptic Salesforce errors. Timmy immediately gets on Slack and he writes his admin, me. He says, the thing doesn't work. And then he uses language that is unfit for this demo. Whoa. So I tell him to chillax and I tell him we'll find out what the deal is. And then this is where the magic happens. I ask the What I Do agent, what did Timmy do? And the AI gets to work. What I Do analyzes Salesforce debug logs line by line to determine what a user did. It handles logs of any size, all while avoiding any prompt token limits and any Apex governor limits, and it ensures the data in your logs never leave the Einstein trust layer. All that's left is to wait for the What I Do agent's best friend, the What I Do reply bot, to answer. And here it comes. Here it comes. The reply is an admin-friendly analysis of the last action taken by the requested user. It includes things like triggers or flows that were called, database queries or record creations or updates, descriptions of any errors encountered, and it gives possible solutions to those errors. The complete analysis is also available in Salesforce, and there's a handy button that'll get you there. So let's take it one step further. Let's get back to the topic of IT service management. Every What I Do analysis that finds an error categorizes that error with an error type. In this case, it's code error. And an error source, in this case, it was demo contact trigger handling. What I Do then creates an incident, and that incident looks up to a parent problem record that groups incidents of the same type and source. Once a problem reaches a pre-configured number of incidents, a task is created and assigned to a designated user. And it looks like we've hit that configured limit for this error type and source, because here comes that task now. Assigned to me. Typical. To recap, a What I Do task is linked to a problem. A problem has a collection of incidents of a specific error type and source. And each incident relates to a What I Do analysis record that contains an error. Lastly, What I Do handles your What I Do task management. You can list your What I Do tasks. And when the time comes, you can close them. What I do helps you get a full end-to-end of what your org actually does, and it helps you resolve your Salesforce errors a heck of a lot faster. Now that was more or less the demo, but I want to get technical for a minute and touch on the issue of really big debug logs. Salesforce's Apex heap limit, how much stuff it can have in memory at any given time, hits a wall at 12 megabytes. Now that's a lot, but sometimes it happens. And the What I Do agent via Slack can't handle those. So for that, I made the What I Do companion app in Salesforce. For logs up to 12 megabytes, you pick the user you want, you pick the log you want to analyze, you'll get a notification when it's done. Any bigger than 12, simply upload the file directly to What I Do. Salesforce handles the content from a file differently when it calculates the heap. What I Do uses that to its advantage to analyze logs of any size. So dump the biggest log you want. That was a bathroom joke. So I want to wrap by talking about what I see for the future of What I Do. As you saw in the demo, What I Do creates and assigns tasks based on pre-configured thresholds. The next step is to tie it into Jira, or ideally build an adapter to handle whatever ticketing system you want to use. Two, Salesforce doesn't always do things in real time. It can just as easily kick off asynchronous processes. You take an action, a pop-up says it's done. But off to the side, Salesforce has gone and done some other stuff, which has its own logs. There's a way to tie that other stuff to the initial action that spawned it. A future version of What I Do will capture all that too, so you'll get an even more complete picture. And finally, one future update I want to bring to What I Do is to be able to request a summary of what you did, but tailored to different personas. Tell the business what Timmy just did, or tell my lead developer, and What I Do will spit out an answer fit for that audience. In any case, regardless of your Salesforce org, regardless of your industry, you can install What I Do today, and it can start helping you right away. And of course, by right away, I mean once it's finished and reviewed and gets on the App Exchange and all that good stuff. And that's What I Do.
How you deliver a 5-minute demo pitch. And let's give another round of applause for all of our finalists.
I wanted to say, I mean, Dave, we know each other. I would say, finally, you did something useful. I also would call it, what did Dave do? I think would fit more. But, I think really, like, jokes aside, I think the solution is great. Julian just said beside me, is like, that's what every admin wants, actually. Right? Like, what did my users do? I think the use case is so simple, really, but bringing it to the flow of work, like, because we know that if you work in service at some point, you know it's like, can you help me? Like, what's on your computer? Nothing, right? I think it's a very practical solution. That's what I like most about it.
Thank you.
And it's very comprehensive. I mean, I think, again, it solves a very real problem that every Salesforce admin and every Salesforce developer faces. And having it all in Slack makes me very happy. But
thank you very much.
So I'm going to guess that we heard relatability a lot here. And this is probably built on some experiences that you've had in the past.
I mean, listen, I've been doing this for 11 years, hundreds of projects. I could have used this on everything that I've worked on so far. I mean, especially also from a developer standpoint, logs can be up to 20 megabytes, and I did the math, and it's 8,000 pages. And I tried to scroll through things to find the error and figure it out. And this would help. And it's not just that. People don't know what their orgs do. There's been code written, code flows, all of this automation written by different teams over years, and it's a mishmash. And yes, you can now use Agentforce to say, what does this trigger do, and what does this do? But if you actually want to say, when I update this one record, what flow does it actually go through from end to end? This is what you can finally figure that out, and that's why I built this.
So basically saying every org needs its own Dave.
Couldn't hurt.
So beyond building something useful, what are you most proud of from this solution?
I'm most proud of that I got it to work. I mean, I had the idea, and just from a technical standpoint, because Apex has its limits, and to work around that, and I tried 19 different things, and it was 3:30 in the morning when I finally got it to work, and I thought I was just overtired, like, did it work? And then I thought, wow, I actually might have something, and okay, let's keep going with this whole hackathon thing and see if I can actually polish it and finish it, because I think I might have something here.
We've all had that late night, am I hallucinating? Is this real? Did I get this thing to work?
It might be the best time to do things when you're not seeing completely straight, and creativity and a little whiskey on the side.
I can't personally condone that or say that it's advice for everyone, but we've learned a lot about different learning styles today, and just choose what works best for you, as I think the lesson overall. Well, thank you so much, David. Huge round of applause for David and what I do. I'll let you go here. Thank you so much. And again, massive round of applause. I can't say this enough to our finalists and everyone who participated in the hackathon. I think almost everyone was trying something new, building something through Salesforce and Slack. And now I'm going to leave you in the very capable hands.